Time to take you through the first grid of the day. It's Mini and Mini Rookies, Super Heat A. Here is your starting grid. Pole position is going to be taken by the 176 of Victor Reutz, the ranking after Heats leader following yesterday. He'll be joined on the front row by Poland's Michal Zayak. Nikita Lubimov and Vic van Kampenhout round out the top two rows. Van Kampenhout this weekend being coached by former senior Rotax champion Kai Hillert, who's here in person this weekend. Jeff Lebake and Jack Freeman round out row 3. Row 4, it's Ava Lawrence and Jent Thimoonen. Marie Roberto and Marco Plinter complete the top 10. Ahead of Pauline Van Pleet, Patrika Siokius, Jesse Moonen, Amelie Davy, Mia Zanki, Andreas Jarlerup, Mikkel Grantins, Juris Plugsner, Tarasim Nikas, Kimi May, Oliver Spencer, Sebastian de Moisac, and Matthias Verreken rounding out the grid. So the Super Heats will take place over 9 minutes plus an additional lap as the drivers will go from their sighting to their formation lap. There is some cloud cover overhead, but the temperature is still pretty good and the track very much dry. 16 degrees Celsius. We hit a high of 26 yesterday afternoon, but the humidity has nigh on doubled since yesterday, 68%. And we've got a northeasterly wind of around about 26 kilometers an hour, so you can see the national flags on the left-hand side of the start-finish straight flapping around in the breeze. So in comparison with the heat wins yesterday, it is now 75 points if you win a Super Heat. It's a new format we've got for 2024. And it will prove to be a lot just as exciting as the double-day race format that we have used for so many years. Drivers start to slow coming out of turn number 10, and it's down to Victor Reutz and Michal Zayak to control the rolling start. And the red lights are once again on the starting gantry. Out of the final corner, into the tram lines, lights are on. It's a full start straight away as the drivers will be sent around for another lap of the circuit. Once again, the butterflies still very much in the stomachs of these younger drivers. The nerves sometimes do set in, and if our race director, Martin Leiner, is not happy with the race formation when it comes to the start, he will send them around again. So, second time of asking into the tram lines. Red lights are on, red lights are out. We're underway for the first Super Heat. For Minimax, Victor Deutz leads the field into turns 1 and 2. Michael Zayek trying to go around the outside. It's 3 wide coming out of turn 2. Now into turn 3. Victor Deutz retakes the lead and has alongside for close company Estonia's Nikita Lubimov. Now they head into turn 6. Lubimov gets the lead. Zayek gets through as we've got the 172 on the curbing. And that is, I think, towards turn number 4. That's Amelie Davey, the 172. Trying to pull the cart back onto the circuit and get going again. The field makes its way down into turn 10 once for the first time of asking. As the 126, Jeff Verbeek, looking to try and go for third place, has got it at the moment, but Victor Deutz has got back through on the inside at turn 12. But leading after the opening lap, it is Estonia's Nikita Lubimov. Michael Zayek rounds out second. Victor Deutz in third. Fourth is Jeff Verbeek. Vic van Kampenhout rounds out the top 5 ahead of Ava Lawrence, who's moved up from 7th position. Patrikos Jokius, who did take a heat win, but the win was thereby taken away due to a technical non-conformity. Now up to 10th position. As change behind Michael Zayek, so Jeff Verbeek has got through for third. Vic van Kampenhout launches a move up the inside through at turn 10. Thereby Victor Deutz going slightly wide and losing 4th place, going down to 5th. And has got quite a few drivers just behind. 3-second time penalty going to the 154 for braking formation with 2 wheels out of the tram lines. That's Matthias Verreken. In the meantime, the 191 has just got through on the 142. Marco Plinter versus Oliver Spencer. And Plinter runs a little bit wide coming out of turn number 5. 6.5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap in this first of 2 superheats. So Marco Plinter trying to hold on at the moment and has got just behind Maria Roberto in the 152. And the 112 has actually got through on the pair of them, Denmark's Andreas Jellerup. So the Dane making a couple of positions. So Michael Zayek trying to close that gap to the race leader Nikita Lubimov. It now expands to just under 0.3 of a second. Jenthe Moonen, who is now in 5th place, has just set the fastest lap. There has been a change as Oliver Spencer has got past Jack Freeman. And just behind them will be the likes of Patrikos Jokius. I think also Ava Lawrence has lost a couple of places in the 180. And the 154, it gets a little bit worse for Matthias Verreken. Has just also clocked up another 5-second time penalty for a push-to-pass move. But Lubimov holding on to the race lead ahead of Zayek at the moment. Verbeek in third. Vic van Kampenhout and Jenthe Moonen continue to round out the top 5. Victor Deutz down in 6th as the drivers make their way through the final corner. So Zayek is closing on Lubimov, who continues to lead after lap 4. Van Kampenhout in 4th behind Verbeek sets a new fastest lap. And it's Jenthe Moonen, Victor Deutz, Oliver Spencer, Jack Freeman, Ava Lawrence now 9th ahead of Patrikos Jokius. Then it's Jellerup, Plinter, Roberto May and Van Pleet that round out the top 15. Now Michael Zayek has an opportunity to get past the Estonian in the 145 as they make their way through turn number 8. Now through 9. We are more than halfway through this race as the leaders make their way through into turn number 10. Jeff Verbeek is trying to catch them up. And the top 3 last time around were covered by just under 3/4 of a second. So Zayak is within 0.13 of Lubimov after 5 laps. And is just consistently picking up the pace. Lubimov now having to start to defend as they go through turn 5 into turn 6. Now they head down the Europlan into turn number 7. Lubimov just keeping on the racing line all the way through. Trying to make sure there's no mistakes. And the leading mini rookie in this race is the number 10 of Yesimoonen, related to Genk, who is up in 6th place, having now been passed by Oliver Spencer in the 142. Lubimov still controlling proceedings. As Victor Reitz looks for a move on Ava Lawrence at turn 2, gets the job done very nice and neatly. So that is a change for 9th position. A difficult super final for the driver that took 2 wins yesterday. But even with that drama a little bit earlier on, Amelie Davey is still running, so all 23 drivers are still circulating. As Amelie makes her way through turn 2, the leaders now have already come through out of turn number 11. And Vic van Kampenhout is putting the pedal to the metal. Fastest lap after fastest lap. And is chasing down Jeff Verbeek in 3rd. Zayak yet to decide on when to go for the move to get past Lubimov for the race lead. But out of turn 6, Zayak gets a good run, so does Lubimov, as they head into the turn 7 chicane. But Verbeek is keeping an eye on them, as Van Kampenhout is not that far behind the 126. New fastest lap of the race, Jack Freeman has put in a 59.883. The Brit who was last year's mini rookie champion, currently running P7. But we could be heading up, well, we're going to be very much heading on to our penultimate lap of this first superheat. So Lubimov continues to lead. Zayak just over a 10.5 behind. Verbeek nearly 7/10 off of the leader. Van Kampenhout is just 4/10 behind. And another new fastest lap by Freeman. He's put in a 59.765 on that particular occasion. Right, okay, we've got another push to pass penalty coming in, and it is going to go to Jack Freeman. Push to pass. So 2 drivers, one of which is currently in P7, the other one in P22. So the final few seconds in this first superheat out of 7 today, this morning, come down to 0. So Nikita Lubimov sees the last lap board first. Michael Zayak has got about 1,300 metres or so to try and go for the race lead, and attempts to do so through turn 2. Now might try at 3, but that's going to compromise him. Verbeek quickly up the inside of the Polish driver through at turn 4. So the last lap board to Michael Zayak was the hurry up sign, as if to say, right, I need to go for the win. But is currently holding on to P3, sandwiched between Jeff Verbeek and Vic van Kampenhout. And this has given a little bit more daylight to Nikita Lubimov, the Estonian, as Michael Zayak up the inside through at turn 10. Great opportunistic move by Vic van Kampenhout, who put it up the inside at turn 10 and then got through at 11, and he's going to go for second. Lubimov wins Superheat A. Van Kampenhout with 2 dynamite overtakes in the last 3 corners picks up second, with Michael Zayak running out the top 3. Jeff Verbeek finishes 4th as Oliver Spencer. 16 places gained from 21st on the grid and ended up in 5th. So well done to Oliver. Jenthe Moonen in 6th. Jack Freeman finishes on the road 7th, but has got a 5-second time penalty coming his way for a push to pass. So that will more than likely drop him out of the top 15. Patrikos Iokius, so that has been 16th for Jack Freeman. So Patrikos Iokius, Victor Reutz, Ava Lawrence and Maria Roberto round out the top 10. Marco Plinter, Andreas Jellerup, Pauline Van Preet, Kimi May, Mia Zanke round out the top 15. Jack Freeman 16th after the amended time penalty was just added, ahead of Jesse Moonen, Mikkel Grantins, Joris Plugsner, Sebastian Demoisac from Canada, Taras Simnikas, then Matthias Verreken with Amelie Davy rounding out the 23 strong, and all of them made it to the checkered flag.